Nah, so the thing about looking like this over here, Masad, is that you get some of the biggest hitters on earth that I ever met in my life, Masad. Yeah, biggest hitters, Masad. Yeah, I could just be minding my own business with it. Masad. This thing will go off and bring negative energy, you know what I mean? To then go off and like fly around me like a fly and try to annoy the person as much as possible based off like rumors that they heard. And they continuously try to like test you on especially yeah, it's like a group of I never seen such haters in my life. I don't even know these people. That's the crazy thing about them is that I don't even know them. By the time I walk in there, they won't go off and do the most. They send out the person to clean around the space. They go off and showcase that they're working, all that stuff like that. Just to go off and like look on camera that they're much better than you by going out to like, yeah, cause again, these are the same type of people that probably put that stuff inside like Trump's ears to go off and reward the Gen 6 rioters. I don't know, man. I never see such a perfectedness over here. That's why to like a midlife crisis. That's why to like people that just want to go out and get acknowledged. I don't know, man. I try to figure out. Man. I was like, yo, was I ever in that position to this day over here? When I go off and do work and like I want to go off and like obtain so much acknowledgement. Like look at me while I'm doing over here myself. Yeah, I'm like literally breakdancing, mopping the floor over there in front of the camera, try to get a whole bunch of attention from my boss over here. So I go off and like give me a raise. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And I said, where it come from? I was like, oh, that shit's been stuck with me for 5 years. So by the time I pay attention to its traces, it makes it all the way back to like promoting a $1.8 billion reparation bill for like the Gen 6 riders on the special. So I'm like, this is the story state or like the midlife crisis of the American state of Wisconsin. Yeah, or like volunteer work, not even forced labor work and stuff. Volunteer work, which means that this guy over there had all opportunities to go off and like someone pick another job that he wanted, like in that construction field over here, to go off and become a technician on the special side. And then someone go off and like I don't know, attend community college to then go off and become an electronic technician to assemble parts inside of a factory somewhere, making $15 to $20 an hour. But instead, he decided to go off and be a security. A parking maid for like the RTC over there who now wants more money out of me, so I could go off and pay these people their a higher rate of wage, so they could go off and tell me stupid. Yeah, so they could go off and throw more hate at me and jealousy. That's how. Yeah, the jealousy came from the fact that people were so nosy that they broke inside my digital phone over here and they wanted to discover my bank account. Then they got to see that I get a monthly deposit of like a medical retirement fund over here that I get by law from a contract that I fulfilled with the United States military 15 years ago. So they pay me like $4,000 a month for like a loud ringing in my ears that stuck with me for the rest of my life, and like a permanent back damage that I get to be stuck with me for the rest of my life, and hypervigilant, the stresses like related to like combat stress that get to stay stuck with me for my rest of my life. I don't even care about that money or nothing like that. The only thing I care about is just making sure that I had the medical access for the rest of my life over here. So whenever my ears had damage in there, I could go off and get like free hearing aids from the system over here to go off and like free ear surgery to go off and fix it, or even like free back surgery to go off and like fix it, so that later on while doing my construction job over there, my back I'll fall off a ladder. Yeah, immediately I get access to like the best medical care in the world, which is related to the Veterans Affairs. Or the second one, I think the best one is the Senate one. But they do share the same network on the space. Yeah, so your best healthcare will probably be Senate, Congress. Yeah, the people inside the White House, they get access to some of the best medical doctors on the space under their own health insurance. And then the second one will probably be Veterans Affairs. So and then if that system itself, it just happened that I get paid by the month, and then eventually somebody decided to go off and leak that off to the public, and then eventually by the time they were done with them, I don't even know these people, but they're all jealous of like my $4,000 a month. So the good thing about looking like this with myself is that when they try to treat you like a bum, or like they try to go off and disrespect you, you're like, yo, who are you again? Are you a police officer? Or are you just like a RTC transit cop over myself? Know your rule. Don't talk to me. Yeah, I'm going this way over there. Yeah, turn around and go on by your first. Thank you. They say you don't even have to talk to them or engage them on the space. They're like trained security on the space, but they're not like real police officers to go off and like do an inquiry, search your car, or even like search your belongings. The only time they could do such a thing over here is if they have like a terrorist threat, or like they think you're a threat on the space outside. So that's why when you're around this space here, you're gonna behave nicely. You're not gonna shout out, be a threat to other people. You're not gonna try to engage or do anything menacing around the space here. So you just go off because that's their territory until nothing specific. That's like a private property, and the private property is where the only space where they only get power. It's like a domain expansion. This is their domain, right? That's all. But at the same time, the domain follows certain rules on the space here due to the limitation of like not being real police officers, because of the fact that they don't get the budget to go off and like sustain. That's all. So they can't sustain detainment on especially and they're not trained for it to be able to sustain life because life is protected underneath my own system under human rights specifically. The same way that you have to go out for like someone have an animal and like be able to dispose of the animal feces on especially so the animal does not live in its own feces and then go off and die specifically. So that's why they get a lower setting than a real police group that has the ability to detain you for a temporary time, and then eventually they move you into a specialized place that's specialized into removing your waste and your feces so that you don't live inside of it due to human rights condition on the special side. So yeah, so you have different groups that's based off science and logic and like biology, nothing that's with like security and going off to like be big Camacho and stuff like that. So I said by the end of the day, I don't have no respect for none of the autistic people and stuff like that. They said these people are extremely disrespectful. I don't even know them. I'm going by my friends. Yeah, coming to try to go out for like move as if I'm their friend in the military, so I serve with them or something. So I said by the end of the day, yeah, even out here, I'm in the domain where I'm running from them, I just go out and spit on the fucking ground, running from them, I'm going by my first. That's how much you should know the rules and the system over here. That's my mastery into more things. I like that too, like someone be at least educated on certain topics so that I don't let random ass people walk all over me because of the fact that they have a gun or a uniform on a special. So you check them in their place so you have to make sure that they know the rules on a special and they don't really want to go off and waste or bother your time or abuse their power to then go off and do things like molest you and other stuff on the special. You put them in their place and they're with you, the crackhead friends that you got on the special. These are the ones you want to smack the hardest because they're the one over here that don't have shit to lose because they're not part of any service on the system. But at the same time, they're so fucking lame that they'll go off and like they be like suicide bombers inside your face, wait for you to like smack them on, especially like people like that. Yeah, they'll go off and try to be as annoying as possible on you. And by the time you have the energy as a young person and you're like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga over here? You go off and you smack him or something. He'll be the first one to go off and like try to get his buddy from like law enforcement to finally get you arrested on the special side. Yeah, so I said I just played the game on the special side, but I said they're so fucking petty into more things that they wear chemical and poison and pesticide on themselves just to go off like try to give you long-term permanent cancer or lung damage in the long term. So within the next 10 or 20 years, when the Americans did everything to go off and make sure that they have a healthy population that does not go off and like be a strain on like the healthcare system, by eating healthy and like avoiding smoking, these people want to try to make sure that every American or people around me get cancer, especially by fucking up their lungs or all that shit from on top. That's how filthy that military group from that naval yard is for crying about shit that's way to like things that I got nothing to do with. The nigga volunteered to go off and fuck a bitch on the side over here in the bar and then chase after romance. By the time he had kids over here, he's fucking complaining that the job that he volunteered for can only pay him that much around, especially while he having the kids. My nigga, I didn't tell you to go off and find something that's volunteer or not forced. Nobody forced you to fuck the bitch over here and then go have a chill with her by the time you're 20 and then someone strain your fucking finances on, especially. And then eventually they complain that guys like myself will get all the fucking free time to then go off and like focus on like a single life and be able to like pierce through with a in-demand skill job around, especially to go off and fill some positions that are rare that most people cannot fill because of the fact that they don't have a skill and so on. Yeah, I had to remove off the frame. So they don't have a skill or something like that. What's up? So I said by the end, I don't know, man. I don't know where they get all these fucking losers from. I said, I don't know. I stay away from their fucking hood and all that shit from the top. I had to find random ass fucking drama people from like the black community, try to go off and like assist white people inside my fucking affair. To then go off and like someone ruined my life for like the last 2 years where I have to like go off and like move very slowly just to go off and obtain a fucking spot. So I go off and finally do my fucking work over here. So I cannot make this shit up. The niggas sabotage my life over here with like fucking chemicals to make sure that I cannot look better than them myself. And that's how fucking I fucking hate these losers, man.